Welcome back to From My Living Room to Yours. I was talking to a woman the other day who was telling me how she just couldn't watch the news anymore. And I get how overwhelming that it can be. I try to limit the amount of news that I watch. But I make sure that I watch some because I realize if I don't know what's going on, then how will I know how to help? As I explored that question, how do I take in enough to know how to help, I realized that I was also asking, where do I draw boundaries? Where do I draw boundaries so that I don't burn myself out or become so overwhelmed by all that's going on that I can't do anything, that I can't respond in any way? Which, of course, brought me back to the idea of balance. We have such a good role model of balance in the life of Jesus. He would do a bunch of healing and teaching, or maybe arguing with authorities, and then he'd go up the mountain or out onto the water into a quiet room to pray and rejuvenate. But Jesus also got together with friends and laughed. He welcomed the children to his side and reveled in their preciousness. He made room for joy. Are you making room for joy? In the midst of the COVID cleaning, in the midst of activism, in the midst of working from home, there's always room for joy. And it's important to remember that even though you're finding time for joy, that doesn't take away from the seriousness of all the other work we have to do. In fact, making room for joy will actually fuel that work. One of my teachers along the way reminded me that our emotions are a bit like a stereo system. The bass and the treble are interconnected, and yet you can turn one up independent of the other. Or you can have them at the same level. We do the same with our emotions. Just because we're feeling joy doesn't take away from our commitment to social justice or the seriousness of our health and well-being. So turn up the joy today. At least one good thing happens every day. Take time to notice that and smile. It'll do your body and your spirit good. Until next time, go with God's good courage.